Yo, what's going on YouTube? Go to Grand back here with another one. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you guys not only how to get permanent true no target god mode in Terminus Black Ops 6 zombies, but also how to gain maximum efficiency while using this strategy. Right off the bat, I do want to note that this method does work in both solo games as well as group play, meaning it's absolutely perfect for not only high rounds, XP grinds, but also getting those zombie mastery camo unlocks I know we're all chasing. This glitch is extremely easy to do, but there's one specific variable that I employ no one else has seemed to realize or utilize that I'm going to go ahead and share with you today that will take this bug from being mediocre to being absolutely insanely overpowered. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, this is definitely hands down the best glitch out right now, but with that being said, there is a bit of prep work that goes into setting up the god mode and furthermore getting into the specific spot that we're using for maximum spawn and pile up efficiency. Getting right into the specifics, at round 16 the game is set to spawn an amalgam special zombie that has an interesting grapple mechanic we'll be taking advantage of in order to get ourselves into god mode. So obviously, the first thing we want to do is go ahead and progress to round 16. The most efficient way to do this is right out of the gate from spawn, go ahead and turn on the first amp generator, and then proceed to initiate the rampage inducer. Once the rampage has been activated, I like to proceed left down the communications alley and into the engineering area. If you're confused as to where we are at any point in the video or where you are yourself in game, go ahead and look at the top left hand corner of the screen. You'll see a title of the area that we're in. For instance, in this specific circumstance, like I mentioned, we are in the engineering area. Once here, we'll buy the door marked with the glowing purple arrow. This will not only unlock the area in which our second amp generator is located, but also where Juggernog resides. After turning on our second amp generator, I find it best to turn a few rounds and farm up enough points to buy Jug whilst training outside in the rec yard. Once you're ready to move on, I recommend turning off the rampage inducer to avoid any unforeseen issues that might be caused by the over-aggressive nature of the zombies. Progressing through the mess hall and down the path to the right, we will need to follow our main quest indicated by the orange diamond with the black star in the middle. Opening the rubble door marked with an X will lead you down past the sea caves straight into the biolab. Here you will find our third and final generator completing the power sequence. After restoring power, you'll want to jump down into the water, raising the platform and officially unlocking Pack-a-Punch. There is one prerequisite to get into our pile-up location, which is the workshop below the cargo ship, and that's going to be the DRI-11 Wonder Weapon. You can pull it from the box if you're lucky, or if you're running a Wonder Bar Gobblegum. However, for all intents and purposes, I went ahead and completed the side quest, allowing me to craft a free one. The sooner you get it packed, the better. So since we went ahead and farmed up the points, I'm going to go ahead and do so. As you'll notice, we are for the most part set up and ready to go, meaning since it's round 15, we'll go ahead and turn that round, spawning an amalgam special zombie somewhere in the map. By all means, you don't have to, but for convenience sake, I like to get down to 1 or 2 zombies left or have a friend hold one before heading down to the docks, which can be found just through the mess hall, down the path, left of the Deadshot daiquiri machine, and a short right around the corner next to this computer station right here. Once you've located the docks and have your amalgam following you, you'll simply want to walk up to the zip line here, and just before the amalgam reaches out with its arm and pulls you in, you're going to want to use the zip line as I have here, which if done correctly will cancel your animation, leaving you on the ground and now in God mode, as you can see by the fact that the enemies are no longer targeting me. If you're in a party, your friend who is potentially holding the zombie for you can now proceed to come over to the zip line and do the same, once again successfully applying God mode. Once you've successfully completed the glitch, from this point on, the zombies will no longer attack you and will instead run between the 2 closest set spawn points to your location. For this reason, the majority of places you go with this glitch will not spawn nor accumulate zombies, and even when they do, often get trapped, lost, or bugged, making it nearly impossible and extremely inefficient to farm in any other spot than the workshop below the cargo ship. However, due to this location being an Easter egg gated area, we will need to progress through a few initial steps in order to gain access to our pile-up room. First and foremost, as I mentioned previously, you will want to get your hands on the DRI-11 Wonder Weapon. After doing so, you can move on to the first step in unlocking the workshop underneath the cargo ship, which is collecting a hard drive from one of 3 tentacle traps located on the map. The first location, and also the one that just so happened to drop the hard drive in my playthrough, is here in the Juggernaut room, just before you pass through the second set of doors leading out into the wreck yard. You will simply want to activate the trap and shoot the head in the middle that pops out with your DRI-11 Wonder Weapon. If this location is the correct one, the hard drive will pop out and you can be on your way. However, if it doesn't drop, there are 2 more locations you will need to check in order to locate the hard drive collectible. The second and third locations can be found underground in the biolab area. The traps are located on the opposing cave doors leading to the Speed Cola and PhD machines respectively. Once again, activate the trap and shoot the head in the middle, waiting for the hard drive to drop. If it doesn't drop from this one, then you know the final location is the correct one, so head straight across the bridge in the middle and activate the last trap, shooting the head in the middle with your DRI-11 Wonder Weapon for the final time and picking up that hard drive collectible. Once you have successfully obtained the hard drive collectible, you will want to take it back to the spawn room where we initially turned on the first amp generator and talked to Peck, giving him the hard drive. In return, he will open up the observation port in Nathan's containment tank located in the biolab, allowing you to henceforth talk to Nathan. After listening to Nathan's dialogue, Peck will state there's no way the lab crew committed the code for Nathan's tank to memory, meaning there should be a way to figure out or rather locate this code. There will be a random 3-digit passcode you need to find, each digit having their own set spawn locations in varying parts of the map. The order of these numbers is important and will go as follows. The first digit can be located in the storage room outside spawn where quick revive can be found. When walking through the door, take a left and walk over to the fenced off area where there is a window. Taking a look at the clock on the wall in the far left hand corner, you will read the hour hand. In my case, this was 4:30. Don't round up or down, just take the first digit, that being 4. Now that you have your first number, you'll want to make your way back the way you came, going out the door to the right of quick revive, down the steps and into the mess hall. Just to the left, in the middle of the wall, there's a pin board on which is a playing card that will have a corresponding number. Take this number, in my case 5, and remember it as your second digit for the passcode. Finally, you'll want to make your way back out the door, across the wreck yard, and past the jug room, making your way into engineering and finding the days since last injury poster as seen here. In my case, our final digit here was 0, meaning the code for Nathan's tank is 450. Knowing this, we will need to head back to the biolab, making our way to the middle and inputting the passcode we just found into Nathan's tank. If done correctly, you will be greeted by an audio quote as well as a visual indication of the tank being unlocked. What will proceed is a small amalgam boss fight in which you will have to kill Nathan. Be warned, not only are amalgam special zombies innately tanky, they also have the ability to life leech by consuming other zombies. This being said, I recommend having at least a Pack-a-Punch Wonder Weapon, if not a double Pack-a-Punch weapon, just to maintain efficiency and avoid any waste of time. Being as we are still in God mode and nothing but traversing the zipline once more can take us out of this God mode, this fight shouldn't be an issue at all. So once you're ready and have put in the passcode, unlocking Nathan's tank, you and any squad mates that might be playing with you must interact with the valves on Nathan's tank. Once all players have interacted with the tank, the zombies will be cleared and the boss fight will proceed. With this God mode glitch being a no target variation, Nathan will immediately run away from you. Simply chase him down and blast him with whatever weapon you so choose. If you see him running towards zombies, pulling them in, glowing red and creating a cloud of blood, this means he is healing, so I recommend fully focusing him and trying to hit those protruding heads, which are his crit points. After killing Nathan, a cutscene will play, which doesn't hold any real significance, so we go ahead and skip it, And now that we're out of the cutscene, we want to immediately jump over the railing and locate the glowing legendary keycard collectible at the bottom of the water. Once located, go ahead and pick up the keycard, and congratulations! You've unlocked the workshop pile-up room we're going to be utilizing in this God Mode High Round XP Mastery Camo glitch. The only thing left to do besides getting yourself fully geared out and pack-a-punched, which does take time, is to go ahead and grab yourself a boat, get together with any party mates, and head out to the sunken cargo ship as seen here on the map. Once arriving, all you have to do is simply climb the ladder. The key card will auto swipe, unlocking the hatch and granting you access to the best solo or squad God Mode pile-up glitch location in Terminus Black Ops 6 Zombies. For maximum efficiency here, I absolutely recommend you or at least one of your party members have both the ray gun and the DRI-11 Wonder Weapon, as they will aid you massively when addressing any issues you might come across. In addition to this, as you progress through rounds, it will be clear that you need to get triple pack-a-punch on all your weapons, and if you're using a bullet weapon to boost its level and unlock those mastery camos, I recommend using dead wire or maybe even turned, as this will allow you to clear some of those stragglers a little easier. Now I know I've thrown a lot of information at you already in this video, but before you click off and proceed to try this glitch for yourself, I have just a few important notes here in case you experience any issues with spawns or have troubles during Parasite Rounds. You'll notice until later rounds and without the rampage inducer active, the zombies will often pull up in spawns behind the wall where you can't damage them. The best solution for this is going to be the DRI-11 Wonder Weapon. I've found that if you simply use the right trigger to hypnotize the enemies, they will shift position enough to allow access for a shot. Sometimes the enemies will break their path and decide to flood into the room, which is even better. But once you reach later rounds, the enemies tend to lean towards wanting to pull inside the room rather than the spawn points. However, if you get a series of mangler spawns, windows can get crowded and backed up. All you have to do is just spam your ray gun inside the window as seen on screen here. Most of the time it won't be until the end of the round when you have to deal with stuck enemies, and even then, as you can see, it's not a struggle at all to clear out the last group. Let it be known that any parasites that fly out of the room during normal rounds seem to stay lingering outside but won't affect the rotation of the round until you reach a parasite round, where you might have to go out on the boat and take care of them in quick fashion. But one final mention, at the end of the round, if you have monkey bombs, you could throw one out to lure out those enemies hiding inside the spawns, or like I mentioned before, use your turned to crawl inside the window and finish off those enemies. I do want to take time to mention that during the Parasite rounds, the enemies, instead of piling up, will rather fly out of the spawn and directly through the hatch, proceeding to scatter themselves in any nearby collection or spawn points. The best way to take care of these rounds is to go ahead and have a ray gun or wonder weapon and sit at either the top or bottom of the ladder and guard the hatch for any parasites that might make their way out of the room. This strategy works even better when in a group. However, if solo and done properly, I find efficiency doesn't drop much, if any at all. The best way to take care of any stragglers that might fly away is to simply pull open your TAC map and see where they might have flown off to. Alternatively, you can try to take your boat just out of bounds, resetting the spawns, allowing you to take a second shot at any parasites as they respawn and fly out of the hatch once more. Alternatively, I've noticed if you take the boat back to mainland or a nearby island, the parasites will sometimes respawn, allowing you to quickly shoot them out of air, rotating around, allowing you to head back to the workshop and farm once more. That is going to wrap it up for this one, guys. If you enjoyed or if this strategy helps you out grinding those levels, camos, and rounds, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you want to stay up to date with all my BO6 Zombies guide and glitch related content, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, go ahead and drop it down in the comment section below. This has been Go to Grand, giving you the goated advice you need. Stay safe out there, and peace out.